Hi, this is Carolyn Southwell, and we're talking about the human design basics. Today's question comes from Lynne, who is a manifesting generator with Sacral Authority. Now, depending on what your chart looks like, this information will be relevant for you if you are or you know somebody close to you who is a manifesting generator, and the chart also says Inner Authority, Sacral Authority, or if your chart, depending on which website you got it printed out from, it might also say splenic awareness generated, which basically means your sacral and your splenic center are defined. Lots of jargon, but if your chart says either one of those things, or it says follow your gut, one of those three things for Inner Authority, and you're a manifesting generator, then this video is for you. Now, Lynne had a question about how to make a clear decision, an important decision in her life. And all of us as human beings need to know how we're wired, how we're designed to make the best decisions. So it's really important to look at this from two angles. First, we need to look at the strategy for the manifesting generator. Now, again, depending on where you had your chart printed out and where you have learnt some of the basics of human design, you might have heard different things. I teach the strategy for the manifesting generator quite different to almost everybody else I've met. So I outline it as 5 steps. So here are the 5 steps. And this has been, based on the feedback, learning from lots of different teachers, but also learning from my manifesting generator clients, because I'm not a manifesting generator. So I have to rely on my clients and get them to test things and tell me what works and what doesn't. So what I found is that most of the human design charts that are printed out for a manifesting generator, normally it says wait to respond, and that's all. And in my opinion, that is not enough information based on the personal research I've done so far. So here are the 5 steps that I teach if you're a manifesting generator for following your strategy, which is actually part of how you're designed to make a decision. So first, you need to be clear on what you want. Step 1. If you're a manifesting generator, I hope you're writing this down. Step 1, be clear on what you want. Step 2, being the strong, powerful magnet that you are, wait for it to come to you and then you can respond. So there's your wait to respond bit. Now, how you respond doesn't necessarily, just because something comes to you doesn't mean it's necessarily a yes. And this is where your inner authority kicks in. So if you're a sacral, follow your gut, or splenic awareness generated inner authority, let's get all of the words right. If your inner authority on your charts is one of those things, then you need to follow what your gut tells you, what your body, what your sacral center down here, what it tells you. It's not about what your mind is telling you. It's about what your gut or your sacral is telling you. And the easiest way to know, or the only way to know, is to be asked a yes, no, or a closed question. Do I want to do this? Yes or no. Do I want to do that? Yes or no. Or the person asking us, which is even better. Get the people around you to ask you closed questions. And then let your gut answer. Now, one of 2 things is going to happen. One of 3 things, depending on the exact wiring in your human design chart, in your energy field. Most people can, if they practice it, go back to the sounds they were making when they were a toddler, which is for yes, or for no. So these are the sounds of the sacral. Now, we get conditioned out of making those sounds because some well-meaning adult says that's rude. Don't say that. But what they're doing is they're then forcing you out of your sacral and into your mind, and your mind is not designed to make the best decisions. It's not really actually capable of making decisions at all. It tries. It doesn't do a very good job of it. So you want to see if you can wake up those sacral sounds again. And a lot of generators and manifesting generators will be able to make those sacral sounds if you give yourself time and space and practice doing that. So see if you can make those sounds. Do you want a cup of tea? Do you want to go out for a coffee? Do you want to go to the beach? So just start practicing. It'll feel really weird. That's okay. Just practice. Now, what can happen for some people, sometimes the wiring is really strong. Now, in Lynne's case, I've seen her chart, so this is not the case for her. But for some people, the wiring can be very, very fast. One of my closest friends is a manifesting generator, and the wiring from her sacral goes straight up to her throat, and it's so fast that she does, I don't know if I've ever heard her say uh-huh or uh-uh. But she's like, okay, okay. Or like yes, it'll just come out of her mouth so quick. She knows. And if she's got silence, and she knows it's a no, right? So for a small number of people, it can be so fast that it just comes out as yes, okay, okay. So just start to listen to yourself and the sounds that you're making. Now, the other thing that you can rely on that's really great, and often it will accompany the sounds, or if you can't make the sounds, put your attention and awareness in your body and feel for the feeling. Now, if you get a yes, it will be this warm expansion. And if it's a no, it'll be this like clunky, maybe even cold contraction. So just feel, do you feel contracted and like restricted in your belly, or do you feel like expansive? If you're expansive, that's a yes. If you're contracted, that's a no. Okay, so let's go back to these 5 steps. So you were clear on what you wanted. You were being the powerful magnet that you're here to be, and something came to you so you could respond. Then you're following your inner authority. Is it a yes or a no? Is it a uh-huh or uh-uh? Is it expansive or contractive? Now, if you get a no, that's it. Decision, done. If you get a yes, then you go on to the next step as a manifesting generator, which is to go and find a way to test out the thing that you're being given an opportunity to do. So the simplest analogy I can think of is if I say, hey, do you want to go to the beach? And I'm packed with bikini, and you're like, oh yeah, Sacral says yes, let's go. So then you put on your bikini, we go to the ocean, you go and stick your feet in the water. I've already dived in because I know it's my truth, I know I want to go swimming. But you've got your feet in the water, and then I can say, hey, do you still want to get in the water? Do you still want to get in the ocean? Now, if you get a yes, then you're going to go ahead and get in the ocean. But if you get a no, then get back out of the water. It's not true for you, right? So as a manifesting generator, you need to test. So you're going to get an initial yes, and then you're going to test it out and get a yes again. Now, if you get a yes again, and this is your final step, and this is the part of you that is the manifester in the manifesting generator, you need to inform those around you. So in my case, you're going to go, yes, Carolyn, I'm getting in the ocean with you. Here I come. Because you have so much energy as a manifesting generator that when you launch ahead into that thing, it doesn't matter if it's getting in the ocean, or it's deciding to have a child, or it's entering a new business venture, or it's quitting your job, or whatever it is, when you go full steam ahead into that thing, you need to inform the people around you. All right, quick recap. 5 steps. First, be clear on what you want. If you're not clear on what you want, how the heck is it going to come to you? 2, be that big, recognize that you're a big old magnet, and you're going to pull things towards you. No hustling needed. And when something comes to you, then you can respond. Now, the way for you to do that is according to your inner authority. In this case, Lynne has mentioned she is a sacral authority. So she's going to look for her or if she gets a yes, then she's going to go ahead and find a way to test out that thing. And then if she gets another yes, then she's going to inform the people who her actions will impact before she goes full steam ahead. So I trust that was helpful. For more information on the Human Design Basics, you'll find it here on this YouTube channel. And any questions, feel free to email me, caroline@carolinesouthwell.com, and I'll see if I can answer it in another video. Talk to you soon.